What's up, guys? About to start my second Halo 3 tips and tricks video. I hadn't made one in a while, been busy with school, and I just got a Mac, so I had to figure out how to do all the sold my old capture card because it was expensive and I didn't feel like paying for it. So I bought a cheap one off eBay for like 20 bucks. Do not do that. And it won't work on Mac. I've tried everything. I mean, you have to run boot camp. I don't really want to do that. So I'm just using my Vista, which is a piece of junk, but it works. So I got that going now. The format's weird. It won't import it to iMovie or anything like that, so I'm having just to view it straight on the screen, which it's not that big of a deal. Also, if you're gonna watch my videos and just hate the whole time, like, let's insult over the internet because that makes you a big man. That's cool. Don't even watch my video. Don't leave me comments because you're gonna get blocked and your comments gonna get deleted faster than you know what happened. Also, to Taburus or whatever your name is, dog, he has commented on every one of my videos saying they're, BS and all this. Then he goes on every one of my motocross videos and he's like, oh, you're a fag. I'm a fag because I can hit a 75-foot tabletop at like 50 miles an hour. And he's like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, my BR's on roids. I don't care if your BR's on roids. I don't care if you think you can hit a tabletop, because until you show me, right there, you see that up there? Right there? Yeah, that's a state championship. And until you get one of those, I don't really want to hear you run your mouth. So straight up, if you're going to send me comments, make them cool. That's my little rant about that. I got some good tips in here. Stuff that's not just for beginners anymore. Stuff that, everybody's learning stuff every day. T-squared, learn stuff every day. So this is a few things that I've learned over the last couple of months. Figured I'd share it with you guys. As I get more time, I'll come up with some good setup videos. Also want to work on making my first montage, but cause that thing that's in my videos now isn't a montage. It's just a little bit of BS, just testing out the capture card. So yeah, look for some new stuff. Should be coming up. Peace out. Zoom in. Alright, this is a medium to close range strafes, about this far away. Right here, if you just strafe, like, people try to do these little short strafes, it doesn't work well. Mix up your strafes. Throw a long one, a hop, throw in just jukes. That's what I do. I just juke. I don't necessarily go back and forth real hard. I try to pick one way and just kind of stop in the middle of my strafe. Go back a little bit. It really throws people off. And then, just before you're about to die, always crouch. That's the key, is just throwing a crouch in, crouch jump at the end, and, a lot of times you're going to get missed. So just check that out and just see the little stops in between. You'll be surprised how well that works versus just going back and forth. Because everybody just goes back and forth. That's supposed to be a strafe, just going back and forth. Also, your sensitivity, if you're playing on like 7 or 8 and you're like, oh, why am I getting out BR'd every time? That's why, because you're playing on 7 and 8. You can lock onto people real fast, but it's hard to keep your shots consistent when you're at such a high sensitivity. I play on 3 or 4 from like Team Slayer doubles, 3 for MLG because you move a little quicker and you got to be more consistent in your shots in MLG. 3 is what a lot of the professionals play on too. Most of them are between 3 and 5, which is perfect sensitivity. There's a couple crazy people out there that play on 7 to 10 and they're good, but the majority of people that play to 7 to 10, you're gonna out BR them just because, like I said, they're not gonna be able to make consistent shots on you. Especially as soon as you jump, you're gonna throw them off so bad it's not even funny. Alright, got another video coming up next. Alright, what's up, guys? We're going to start this off with some BR tips on the pit. This is for long to medium range shots, a little hill control also. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Zoom it in. Alright. Start it off right here. If somebody's chasing you, best thing to do is back up and strafe at the same time. The stupid double beatdown is retarded, and it happens all the time. If you do this a lot of times, people are just going to try to beat you down. They're going to whiff. You're going to get the 4-shot, 5-shot, put them down. So that works out really well. Not a lot of people do that either. Okay, this is the setup here that I use when I'm in the hill. I constantly am just putting shots down long haul and down training. Not shooting anybody. People see bullets, they tend to stay back. Throw a nade or 2 if you got it. Also, don't be stupid and run out of ammo when you're doing that. Save a clip so you can shoot people when they do come. I fell down there. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, when you are getting shot at, long strafes are the key when you're a long way away. Short strafes are retarded. People that do short strafes, I don't have to move my reticle. I can just stay with them when I move. So just long strafes, throw in crouches, stops, Gandhi hops, whatever you got to do to throw them off. When you're one shot, start jumping and spinning because you're not going to out BR somebody when there's 3 or 4 people shooting at you. Just try to pull a couple seconds out of it. Alright, and another thing you can do, short strafes, do not do that right there. You will get killed every time at long range. when you're a long way away, try to find an area that's elevated where you can mix up elevation in your strafe. Give you the high ground, good chance out BRing somebody. Just throw in little. Alright, this is a couple things on what not to do that a lot of people are doing. MLG has no radar, but that you can easily make up for radar with callouts and just kind of playing intelligent. If you're sneaking up on somebody and you have a chance to give them the back smack, do not shoot them, because they're going to turn around, they're going to know you're there, or they're going to do what I do to people when they shoot me in the back and then try to come assassinate me. This right here, that's me. Do not do what this guy's about to do to me. Shoot me in the back and get assassinated. It wasn't MLG, it was Team Slayer, but I mean, the same thing goes. If you're shooting somebody in the back, they know you're there. Also, when you're trying to make a push down either long haul on pit or anywhere you're trying to make a sneak, trying to sneak through, but you're trying to push, don't sit there and just huck grenades all day. When I see an explosion, that grenade came from something. That didn't just pop out of thin air. It didn't just blow up on the ground. Somebody threw that, so that's where my attention's going. If you sneak down long haul and you don't throw any grenades, you don't just throw random grenades. I mean, nobody sits in Needle Pit anyway, so you're not going to kill anybody chunking nades down there. Just think about that. Also, when you see custom, if you're by yourself, like custom's here, you're by yourself, dip it. Just run, try to find your teammates. If you got 3 people shooting at custom, odds are he's not going to kill anybody. You'll kill him first. Also, try to trick custom. Whenever you go around a corner, do the exact opposite of what you would normally do. Because he's going to be thinking, that guy went around that corner, what's he doing? When I go around a corner, like on Narrows, this is my favorite. When people pick up, I do this in Team Slayer all the time, people pick up Overshield, I jump up where Sniper spawns, I jump right back down, then I jump right back up and go across because they're looking for me underground now. Just do the exact opposite of what people normally would do. You're going to throw them off. I've assassinated so many people with custom on pit. I'll be in training, I'll hop off training, I'll hop back up on the rail and then hop back up on top of training when he suspects me to either run down bottom plat or run down court or run down in front of custom. Things like that. Also, my favorite BR tip, I'm going to have to give XBO Blade, Nico, credit for this one. It's helped me out a bunch. I've been 4-shotting a lot more. I've got a good BR, but for some reason when people jump, it really throws me off. Because me and my brother land up, and he was getting me almost every time on the jump. Well, turns out when I shoot, I put 3 shots in the chest and then 1 shot about at the mouth region. Turns out, we slowed it down in the video. Right when I shoot on my last shot, which would be the 4-shot, when he jumps, it's spraying him in the neck and then down to his chest. So when you 3-shot him in the chest, aim at the very top of their head. Like if they had a mohawk, aim right in the middle, right at the very, very top of their head. 90% of the time, they're going to jump into it because everybody does, watched, it was Nexus's video on strafing, jump at the end. Now, everybody does that. Well, if you do that, when they jump, they're going to jump into your bullets. You're going to drop them every time. Also, lead your shots. And by lead your shots, I'm talking when you're a long way away, you got to freaking throw those things way out in front of people. I mean, like that far on the screen when you're BRing somebody like across the map. Even when you're up relatively close, if they're jumping to the left, put the inside of the reticle right there on the side of their face. So when they jump, they're going to go into your bullets because the BR has a little bit of a spray to it. Stuff like that. And also, when you're on a lower sensitivity, you can do that versus, a very high sensitivity. So, this is my second thing on tips. Oh, another quick one real fast before I finish up. On my controller, I doubt you can see it, but I have a silicone skin on it. That is a big, at least for me, I'm all about grip. Because I hate I had these originally, they go on the outside, but my hands get sweaty and I was still slipping around here and here. Silicone grip really helps my hands don't slip off the controller anymore, and that's made a big difference. I think it's like $2 on eBay. So yeah, man, for $7 on eBay, you can have your controller decked up and ready to go with caps and then a good skin. So yeah, well, add me if you guys want to play some customs. And no, I will not play with you to help you get a 50 in doubles or Slayer, so don't ask me to do that because I've already got a 50 in both of them, and I don't like playing on them. Take it easy, guys.